Hello, everybody, and welcome to Team Education with your girl, Coach Jess Lee. My name is Jess, and I have my master's degree in exercise physiology. I'm a certified personal trainer and a prenatal postpartum exercise specialist. What all of that means is that I am very enthusiastic and qualified to help you all reach your goals. I have the answers and I cannot wait to share them with you. This week, we are talking about habits. For me personally, I have struggled with consistency more than I care to admit. As a fitness professional, it's really scary to let people know that I struggle too as the authority in this space, but I try to be as relatable as possible to my people and let you know that I've been there. And the way that I struggled with consistency was I never thought that the plan I chose was going to work. And so I would change up my plan. Maybe, for example, I would say, I'm going to go to the gym and do this 5 days a week. I was like, I don't think this is going to work. I didn't believe that I had the power in me to, one, be consistent enough to my plan and to actually have this be the plan that was going to work. So I would change it up all the time without even giving that plan the time it needed to take effect and help get me results. Or I would say, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. I would miss the second day and I'd trash the plan entirely. Same thing with my nutrition. Then I decided to slow down and think about, what was it that I even wanted? What did I want? AKA, what is your goal? Once you know what your goal is, we get to do something called reverse engineering, where we start with our goal and we back it up to see what it is we need to do to get there. See, what happens a lot of the time is we have our eyes at the top of the mountain that we don't see what the steps we need to take in front of us even are. There are so many ways to achieve a goal. It is shocking how many ways you can lose weight. But here's the thing. Every single fad diet boils down to a calorie deficit. Every single different workout style, Orange Theory, yoga, F45, Zumba, all boils down to moving your body. And so when we reverse engineer it to its bare bones, that's where we discover what habits we need to build. And by the end of this call, you'll find that you have so much more freedom in what you choose to do. Because at the end of it all, you are disciplined and confident in the habits that are the foundation of those choices. So I'm going to share with you the habits that I have found truly will propel anyone towards any goal that they have, especially when it comes to physique, health, weight loss, muscle gain, performance. The top one we're going to go over is protein. Getting enough protein. Because a lot of times we say, I want to lose weight. I need to eat healthy. What does that mean? I need to eat more fruits and veggies. Okay, well, how many? Here's the thing about it. When we are eating in a calorie deficit, which again is what every diet boils down to, eating less calories than what we are burning so that our body can dig into the fat stores and use that to fill the gap of the calories that we are not eating. If we are not hitting our protein goal, we are going to be effectively also paring down our muscle. Muscle is what drives metabolism. And so when we start to lose that muscle, because we're in such a steep calorie deficit and not sustaining our muscle with protein, it's going to get harder and harder to lose weight. And we're not going to get that look that we're looking for, that lean, toned physique. We're also not going to get stronger. We're going to be tired. We're going to be hungry. And so in my time as a fitness and nutrition coach, which I think I'm rounding on 13 years, helped hundreds of people. Everyone needs enough protein. So how do we create a habit out of this? How much protein do we need? We need 1 gram per pound of our goal body weight in protein. But see, when I tell you that, what this means is that, oh no, now I have to start tracking my macros. I don't even know where to begin. And then we quit. Let's slow down. We need more protein. Now, I know in the SMART goal world, we need to be specific. We need to be able to measure it. But for people who are struggling with consistency and are just getting started and can't seem to get past that, I really mean it this time. Today's the day. And we keep having those day ones. Let's back up a little. Having more protein. What if you had protein in every single meal? Not tracking it, starting there. It might be harder than you think because maybe you wanted to have chips as a snack. How can I have protein in that? Well, maybe I can have chips and cottage cheese. Maybe I can have chips and some salami. You start to learn where the protein comes from, and that's the most important piece. I can't ask you to have 150 grams of protein a day if you don't even know where the protein's coming from, how you're going to piece that together. So when we talk about building habits, we need to start as small as possible. And a lot of times, we don't think that that small step is powerful enough to get us results. But on the flip side, what have you experienced in the past? You've probably experienced giving yourself a huge, daunting task and not being able to reach it, getting discouraged, disbelieving that it's going to work, not valuing it, and quitting altogether. And now you are running backwards on your hamster wheel. Protein in every meal. Once you have conquered that, and it is a no-brainer for you, then you transition to something a little more specific. Now I'm going to have 20 grams of protein in every meal. You know where the protein's coming from. Now we just got to increase the portion of it. Okay. Once you've got that down, then you can step into tracking your macros, tracking your protein, and getting that 1 gram per pound. Let's talk about another habit, walking. Notice how I am not going to include exercise in this habit, even though exercise is something that for a lot of people maybe is a pretty easy habit. A lot of people can go to the gym every day, no problem, and yet they struggle with hitting their protein regularly. If you can create one habit, you can create another. A book recommendation I'm going to make right here is Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's an easy read, it's a powerful read, and it's incredibly impactful. But walking. When we want to lose weight or change our physique, we need to make sure that we are using the food we are eating. A workout happens once a day, and yes, it does help us get into that calorie deficit, but moving your body is what's going to help your body continuously burn calories all day long. It's going to help your body burn more fat. It's going to have you feeling better and give your food purpose, help with blood sugar balance. And so something very powerful in a weight loss journey is walking and getting enough steps in. We put so much pressure on ourselves to do this elaborate workout program. And as a one-on-one fitness and nutrition coach, a lot of people will come to me and say, write me a workout program. And what I tell them to do is I say, okay, I want you to go on a 10-minute walk 3 times this week and come back to me when you've done it. And they can't even do that. So how can I expect them to follow an elaborate workout program if they can't even get themselves to walk 3 times for 10 minutes? Well, they might not believe that the walking is going to have an impact on their goal. They don't value that, and that's on me to teach you. But what I'm telling you right now is that we need to build confidence in our ability to do the things we say we're going to do. And then we can start to challenge ourselves to do more difficult or complicated things because now we know that we're capable of doing something that we say we're going to do. Walking is very easy to do. It's very easy not to do. That choice is yours. Build your confidence. So the goal is to walk for 45 minutes every single day. But there's always going to be something that gets in our way. So what if we said, I'm going to walk for 10 minutes for 3 days a week? Once that becomes a no-brainer, you either add an extra day or you add more time to that walk. It's whatever seems more reasonable for you, but we're going to creep up the length of time that we're walking for and the amount of days we're walking for until we've reached 7 days a week for 45 minutes. Now, what if you can't do it one day? Well, you've created a habit of walking. So if the experience that you typically have with walking is that 45-minute walk around your neighborhood, well, what about when you're out of town? You're still committed to the habit. So that might mean going to the hotel gym and walking on the treadmill. That might mean taking 4 10-minute breaks throughout your day and walking. That's when you begin to problem solve. That's when you begin to be able to live your life because you say, I know I'm going to walk today. How I do it, I may have to problem solve a little, but I've built the habit. I'm going to use water as another example of how to build strong habits. And water is so great for delivering nutrients to our cells and taking toxins out of our cells, which is very important in a health journey. Water is very easy to do. It's very easy not to do. It is extremely clear how good it is for us. So, what kind of person are we to choose to not do something that is so easy, and good for us? What kind of employee are we going to be? What kind of parent are we going to be? What kind of partner are we going to be? Business owner, daughter? That we don't do things that are easy to do that are good for us. So keep that in mind when you are choosing to glance at your water and I'm good. Here's a tool you can do to help you drink more water. Think about a habit that you know you do every single day. I brush my teeth every day. I do. So I'm going to have 20 ounces of water right before I brush my teeth. Now I am keeping these habits adjacent to each other and piggybacking them. All right. Sound like a plan? So a big takeaway I want you to take is that we can tell ourselves, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And if we only do 2 of them, we shame ourselves, we talk down on ourselves, and we stop doing all of them altogether. Take it one thing at a time. How long did it take you to gain this weight? Do you really expect it to come off in 2 weeks? How do you want to feel when it comes off? How long do you want it to stay off? Because taking your time and transforming your mental discipline, your habits, your lifestyle, your relationship with yourself is what's going to keep the weight off and is what is going to have you mentally happy and healthy and thriving on the way there and after. And so please be realistic with yourself and know that you are the only one putting this much pressure on you to be perfect. So take it slow and trust that getting enough protein and moving your body is going to propel you forward. If you miss a day, that doesn't mean you have to skip the rest of the week. Because when we look at 30 days of time, you're going to have positive days where you won the day, and you're going to have negative days where you maybe missed. That month is going to end no matter what. Would you rather have more positive days or more negative days? Because the average of every month is going to compound, and you're either going to get better or you're going to get worse. You do not stay exactly where you are. I promise you that. So if you want to talk more about your habits and what habits you're struggling with, I first want you to reflect on how much pressure are you putting on yourself to be perfect, and how elaborate is this habit you're trying to create? Can you shave it down, get good at it, and then elaborate on it? Okay. All right, everybody, that is your Teaching Tuesday on habits. Highly recommend Atomic Habits by James Clear if this is something you want to continue diving into. If you want to have a one-on-one call with me, I would be more than happy to share that personalized and accountable time with you. I will put the link to schedule a call with me below. And if you're not already in the Facebook group, this is a free community where we will continue to do Teaching Tuesday, Thinking Thursday, team workouts, team education, sharing meals, recipes, and wins with each other. I love you guys. I care about you guys. And I'll catch you later.